Hello, folks. I'm Filler B, and welcome to another episode of Stellaris and the new Overlord DLC. We are the Union of the Deep, and in this episode, we look at hyperrelays. This is a new feature to the Overlord DLC, and it's a low-grade megastructure that you can build without the megastructure Ascension perk or technology. I guess the Mega Builders, Galactic Builders and Mega Builders Ascension perk that I'm talking about, but there's also Megastructures technology you need to build a lot of the other megastructures like gateways and the sensor arrays and the big arts facility and so on and so forth. But these hyper relays are like a low-grade version of that improves the speed of your ships moving around your empire. And how does that do that? It cuts the time to travel between systems with the hyper relay so that you don't spend a lot of time just poking around getting ready to move. And we'll explore that in this episode. It's a little hard to explain. So I'm going to grab a couple of my ships, my instructor ships, which are not doing anything. This guy's been doing a long time, so let's grab them. And I'd like to build a lane network from the Maw of the Truthsayer here system up through here, all the way up through these planets to my capital, and then from my capital up to I think this system to start. So to do that, I'm going to need a couple of ships. So let's take one ship here, and we'll put this one in my capital, which is up here. Move here, please. And I've got the second ship sitting right here, which I'm going to stick in, not you, don't be rude, over here in Truth of the Maw, and we'll build a system there. As you can see, building a hyper relay requires 25 influence, 500 alloys, and 100 rare crystals. Now I'm producing rare crystals very slowly, but we're building a couple of facilities on our planets to build those, so I should get some more. And I can always buy them with energy credits, because right in this time point in the game they're not super duper expensive. And the alloys, it won't be too hard to come by. Even the influence won't be that hard to come by. It's only like 4.5 turns of influence for me. Good. Building slot and colony development speed. Perfect. We're still running low on food, so let's grab the increased farmer capacity and angler capacity. We really need to do something about these alloy production. We'll get to that in a second. So while these guys are going on doing that, actually let's look at that alloy problem right now. Because I wanted to go to my capital, who now has an extra slot, and build the embassy complex here. Which I think I have unlocked. Not the shield generator, which are basically useless. Don't need the food processor. Here's the embassy complex. That gives me more available envoys. It is 1 rare crystal upkeep. How much am I producing? 2. Okay, we'll do that, but I gotta be careful not to spend too many of this. It's good for there. So let's take a look at some of our other worlds. This world now has the food processor. That's good. I don't really need the jobs. Maybe I'll build the hydroponic farm here. Yeah. Even as just a stopgap, it's fairly cheap to build. Let's try and fill in this difference, and then we don't have to worry about that anymore. Is this a tech world? This is a mining world. It's a mining world. You should probably get the mining building, the mineral purification plants. Generator world. Here's an industrial world. Let's build one of these, and while we're here, let's build the where is it here? The Civilian Industries building. Try and get that going. I'll do that in a few of these industrial worlds. This one too. How much do these cost? cost me 400, so I can build 2 more. This is an ecclesiastical world. I'll leave that for now. I might turn this one into a bureaucratic world eventually, once I figure out how to get the bureaucratic technology. This is a factory world. Yes. Let's build one of these here. Mining world. This is just a plain old colony. This one needs a church, but I'm going to wait a minute. Ixar. Ixar, you can use another one of these civilian industries. So those civilian industries will hopefully pull me out of the hole here. Our worlds don't have empty slots at the moment. I need a bunch more for that, so let's save up. I don't have empty working slots in any of these worlds at the moment, but hopefully soon those jobs will get filled in. We can always deprioritize clerks on these worlds, because clerks don't add much to the planet. In fact, I may go around and do that now on the worlds that are my industrial worlds. I will pause for a minute so we can take a look at that. Let's go here, and then we'll go to, you go to population, and then you go to specialists, which is where the clerks are. I believe they're here. Or do I not have clerks? Because of my... I have politicians who use up food and amenities and produce unity and... Oh, sorry, use up food and civilian... what are these called again? Consumer goods. And they give me amenities and unity. Okay. Artisans, enforcers, entertainers, pearl divers, metallurgists, anglers. Here's the clerks. For some reason I thought they were an artisan. They are not. They are just a plain worker. So they give me trade value and a little bit of amenities, and it's just not worth it. So let's take that down to 0, and that worker can go somewhere else. And then we'll go to the next world, and we'll do the same thing. We're going to get rid of these clerks. And the next world. Good. Looks like the clerks are low priority anyhow. We're going to keep going on that. Yep. Don't need the clerk. Don't need the clerk. Oops, that's the wrong way. Don't put clerks there, please. Yeah, don't put the clerks there, please. Go anywhere else. Just not clerks, please. And no clerks, please. This is going to take a minute to go through these worlds. Here we go, no clerks. See, there's open jobs, so they don't really need the clerks, right? They can be mining, be doing a lot of things. Clerks. Bye. Yeah, useless clerks again. Lots of other things you can be doing. Oh, sorry, that's anglers that I need to get rid of. It's clerks that I don't want. Clerks, goodbye. More clerks, goodbye. Don't even think about putting clerks there. Or here. Or here. Almost done. So they are low priority on these planets. As you can see, most of these are empty of clerks, which means that they're not putting them there. That's 0 jobs on the capital. Guess I'll leave that alone. Sorry, that's anglers, not clerks. When I do this, the clerk, the angler back to make me food. Yeah, I guess the clerks will stay here for now. That does all the spots. Nope, that one it still needs to go. Any more? There we go. Clerks. Clerks, clerks, clerks. You can see the symbol here. These are the clerks. The little desk and the man. I just gotta make sure I didn't accidentally hit an angler in one of these. Yeah, like this one is incorrect. Cave cleaners are fine. Clerks are not. Here we go, my mistake. Next. Clerks, 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 clerks. Looks good. Perfect. So that might help a little bit. And less clerks use less consumer goods as well, so it'll help with the consumer goods. Maybe at the end of the month here. Yeah, now we're down to -1. Much better. We'll close that out. I don't know why we have clerks on the planets. I know they've been in the game for a long time, but they've never really done much. Oh, we got that event to look at. And so I'm not sure why the Paradox and the production company of this game hasn't done more with that particular job. Because they don't really seem to offer much for a planet. And they're so low priority, even for the computer to put it on. Like, give them a little bit of a buff. Give them something else that they give to the planet that would make sense. Maybe clerks provide a tiny bit of empire sprawl reduction. That way, if you have clerks, you can help with manage your empire size. It would make sense. I mean, they're paper pushers. That's the whole point of it. But it doesn't seem to be the case. All right. So we're at fossilized remains. These are the remains we found of many species on one planet that seemed to be met a very violent end. Quite a long time ago, though. Archaeologists have unearthed more and more fossilized remains in the valley, and the count is now up to 26 distinct sapient species, none of them native to this planet. Those fossils that have been sufficiently preserved to determine a cause of death all point to physical trauma inflicted by blades, spears, or arrows. Not a single specimen appears to have been felled by the equivalent of a modern projectile or energy weapons. The ruins of a small structure in some sort have been found near the entrance of the valley. It appears to originate from the same time period as the fossils. Perhaps it will shed some light. Very cool. We get some more artifacts. It's always nice to get new archaeological sites. I love that they put these in the games. They add a whole lot of flavor to the game. They're just fun to do. They don't really take any resources out of your empire other than one science ship with one scientist. And so it's just great to have around. Yeah, really hoping we solve this food and consumer goods problem, this deficit here, and we start growing this at a much more rapid rate so that I can start colonizing the rest of the worlds in my system. If we go to the colony, what's in the situation log here again? Nothing at the moment. If we go to the colony expansion planner here, we do is colonizable, so that's all the stuff in my space that you can colonize. You can see that we have quite a few worlds that we can do. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 worlds that we can do. Now a couple of these are by robots, and I won't colonize with robots as a part of my species rejection of robots. But most of these we can settle because we have a number of different species living here now. It's just a tomb world. I don't think we can. Yes, robot, 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 and then 63 for these lithoids, which is not enough for me to settle, but everybody else should be pretty good. There's a couple of good worlds here. Oh, we got our holy world here too that we should unholy at some point. But I'm going to wait until we actually can develop a Gaian world to be able to do that. Maybe we'll turn these tomb worlds into Gaian worlds. Who knows? Restoration project. I don't need to activate this relic, so we won't do that.
Research complete.
We got some research. Hold on, I'll take a look at that in a second. Antimatter reactor is done. Let's pick a new research. Jump drive could be good. Hellgate could be good. Again, I still don't think I'm ready. The reason I'm not ready is that one of the events in the L-gate cluster. So whenever you open the L-gate cluster, there's a number of predetermined events that could happen. Like there's a selection of them, and I think they're picked when you start the game. that can happen when you open it. It could be empty. It could have a couple of dragons in it. It could have a race that's pretending to be a sentient species like us, but is actually a collection of nanites. Or it could be the Grey Goo Swarm, which is a hostile empire of nanite races that try and take over. And if it's the last one, they come in with fleets of like, I think they're 20,000 K, something like that. And they have like 5 or 6 fleets, and they produce more based on whatever systems they hold. And so they can be really devastating if you're not ready, and we are not ready. We do not have enough fleet power to take on, I think, even one of those Grey Goo fleets. It's not, they're not called the Grey Goo, they're called the Grey Tempest. Yeah, the Grey Tempest is the name of that particular event. And so I'm a little worried. I'll be happier when we have Starholds, so the stronger, what do you call it, Starbase. So when this goes up to the next level, then we can outfit that to be militarized and put them around the entrances to the L gates, like the Quiet Dark over here. And then plant a fleet there to be ready in case the Great Tempest does come out. My hope is that it's not the Great Tempest. I keep running into it whenever I play this game, and I find them frustrating to deal with because it's just another enemy, right? And there's not a lot of plot attached to it. Neither is the empty space, but at least the empty space you can just colonize. But the other two at least are interesting: the drakes and the nanites pretending to be a sentient species. Let's pick a technology, and then we'll go over this overpopulation event that's popped up. I don't really see much here I want. Don't need the disruptor. I can get something quick out of my queue and not have to worry about it. Let's get auxiliary fire control out of our queue. It is something we can add to our ships to increase their accuracy, so it could be useful. I tend not to use them though. So overpopulation. Sadly, the latest effort to add another NEMA to Durascan Prime has failed. We could find no habitat space enough for such a massive beast to thrive. The scientists are not dismayed, however, and promise better results in the future. Let's try again. I think we should, honestly, I think we should just stop building them. We have found these. So the NEMA are these island-like creatures on our planet here, Durascan. So these islands here that you see in the picture, you can imagine them, and in this little picture here, they're actually giant creatures living in the ocean that we are living on top of, and they don't mind us living on top of their shells. In fact, we can even mine their shells according to the lore that's been set up in these events. And our scientists are trying to produce more of them so we have more habitable space to live on, which to me doesn't make any sense because we're aquatic race, we live in the ocean, and they live in the ocean. Can't we just both live in the ocean? We don't have to live on their backs, but whatever. The event is written as it is written, and I cannot change that. But I don't know why I can't just tell the scientists to stop. Like, we don't need any more. There should be a decision in here, I think, to stop the scientists. Now, we did unlock the planetary prospecting through one of our traditions. So that's 500 energy credits and 250 unity points, and it adds a random planetary feature to your planet. So let's give that a try here. We'll see what happens. Oh, and I have an art monument I can exhibit as well. It's immigration pole and ethics attraction. It'd be good to do on a very large planet. Maybe not this 13 one. Let's do planetary prospecting. Let's see what happens. It'll take us 180 turns to do. Otherwise, the rest of this isn't particularly needed. Let's see where I can put that art project down. I want a really big planet. This is a big planet. And its population right now is 13. It could use some more. Let's see a big planet that doesn't have a big population. 18 and 4. That would be a good spot for it. Or 22 and 1. This is even better. Yeah, this is the planet we just settled. Let's do that. So we'll do decision, exhibit art monument. Art monument. So immigration pole, increased amenities. Let's have people move here. Perfect. We'll see what that planetary thinger does. I do have space for one more starbase, so let's build another starbase related to trade. So I don't see any dangerous trade down here. You see these little skulls? The piracy would turn red if the piracy is a problem. They're all related to piracy, I should say. Could put one out here to capture the trade in this area, and there will be a number of planets here, at least 3 that it could capture if I stuck it around this system. That's not a bad choice. I have one here already. If I wanted to capture the trade from Eurydice and Canor, Canor will get it from this one, so it's just Eurydice that it's on its own, so I might leave that alone. I could build one here if once I take over this system, because then it would hit Eurydice and whatever colony I build on this world and this world, which I don't quite have in my system yet, and I should probably go and do that. So maybe. Didn't I have all these? Now that I think about it. Yes, I do. No, never mind, I do. It's just that the background color and the unclaimed space look kind of similar. But yeah, I do. They're just not in a sector. I don't think. It's this that I don't. I gotcha. Oh, this isn't hooked up to anything either. What the heck is going on here? There we go. That'll help a little bit. That's just to protect my northern flank from this sort of hostile enemy. Alright, do I have any other large numbers lying around? Oh, I got some piracy here. In this system, which I don't even control, so maybe I should take over that system and stop the piracy. I should have stuff in my capital to help counter the piracy, maybe. Maybe not. Besides that, I don't really see any huge numbers. There's one here. 6 is not bad, not huge. 4, 5 over here. That would be 11. Could stick one here to capture the stuff going into the Shroud. The Shroud tunnel, which will take me back to my home planet. Yeah, I can't forget about this planet here. Well, this planet will be covered by the Quiet Dark if I choose to put 2 trade beacons on here, and I might. These planets won't be covered by anybody. Let's stick one over here in Telassus. Okay, close that. Grab you, upgrade you. And we'll take this another trade station. Oh, and I should hook up these minerals. I have another... What are all construction ships doing? You're sitting here waiting. You're sitting there waiting. You're sitting there waiting. Well, you happen to be close by, so let's build that. Do I have any more? Let's take a look. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing there to build. Man, it'll be nice when I can put these guys on automate and they just pick up all this stuff that I'm missing because I'm blind. Yeah, there's one here. Maybe I'll grab that one too. Yeah, let's grab it with you. I'm not gonna remember. Otherwise. Nothing here. Nothing here. No. No, that's it. Alright. Good. So we're getting 3 more of those. And then let's grab the one in my capital. And we'll build the hyper relay. I need 45 of those. So let's pop into here, grab this. Can I grab 200 of them? Can I grab 300 of them? I can. Let's do that. Alright. And then we'll grab our construction ship. Is this in the capital? No. This is here. So we'll grab this. We'll build a hyper relay here. We'll grab this. We'll build the hyper relay here. And we'll see what's up. I really want to increase the speed from my home system down to here, because this is my connection out if we were at war. And look, they're building hyper relays here. That's what these glowing lines are. They have relays between all these systems with the glowing lines. I don't have any at the moment, but hopefully I will soon. Science ship is not doing anything. If I did this, can you do something? No. So let's find my... First, let's go to the situation log, and are there any anomalies I need to research? There's energy emissions, which is you, and you are scientist ship Cosmic Angler. Hold on, who's the captain here? Angrove Moricum. So if I do situation log, anomaly, change scientist, Angrove Moricum right here. I do research. That'll send them on their way. Down here. Good, you're fully done. Let's upgrade the ships. I think this is the new energy core, the power center for the ships. Establish an embassy? Sure thing, Mr. Platypus.
Intellectual booty.
Good, that fire control is done. That allows me to build something else here. Wormhole travel is good. I don't have a wormhole though. Well, let's grab it anyhow, just in case. It is rare. The excavation of the ancient structure found near the valley's entrance is proceeding according to plan. Many artifacts have been discovered, most of which seem to be variations of hunting weapons and trophies. A partially translated sign, which appears to denote the name of the structure, reads, Valley of Macvale, Hunting Lodge, Primus. Curious. Not sounding good for those people who were left there. Still got 160 days left on this. Doesn't seem to be being researched. Can I see there any science ships? No. I've run into this problem before where you have this event for your Federation and your Federation partner never does the research and eventually it just fails. So I may have to console command into the other empire and force them to build a science ship and then go research it. But we'll see. We'll see. I'd rather not do that. Here we go. So we prospected this planet and we added a rugged woods. Let's see what that did. So features. Rugged woods down here. So they added this. It gave me +1 agricultural district. Well, that's fun. So it looks like I can do that to every world. Can I do it again? I cannot. Good to know though. So I think we'll wait a bit on that before doing that to other worlds. Although I could do it on my home world, which is short on districts. So let's do that. Where's the home world here? Here we go. We'll go into the world. Decisions. Planetary Prospecting. So I'll save it for any world that's full. Yeah, let's extend our deal. I can sell off some stuff. See if I can get 5,000 here. Let's sell off a little bit of minerals. I will sell off a bunch more minerals. There we go. So this fleet's at its max. It's busy recharging here. Or pressure fitting. Good, more farming research. And then I will build naval capacity. Yeah, let's do the naval capacity. Unexpected rotations. Just days after finishing our mining station on the trapped asteroid, the rock abruptly rotated, destroying the mining station. In the process of doing this, even more rare crystal deposits were exposed to our sensors. Build it again or figure out why. Well, let's figure out why. Study the strange asteroid, please. I need a science ship in orbit. Okay, doke. Let's go into the system. That's over here. Do I have a scientist just sitting around? You're going to do that research. You're sitting in the light above. You're digging. You're down here. You can come over. Please and thank you. We'll see what that's all about. What are you up to? Oh, you're going to sit here. You're just going to wait for a moment. Otherwise I'll forget. Although I do have a ton of influence. Why don't you grab this 7 planet while I'm waiting? 7 energy planet. System. That should help. Let's upgrade all the ships in here. Incoming transmission. Deep Dweller weaklings. Our warriors are on their way to plunder your system. Face them in battle if you can. Muster the courage or cower in fear until they have had their fill of your riches. You can, of course, offer tribute now to spare yourselves from the coming onslaught. If sufficient, our warriors will be compelled to turn back. I can offer 2,000 food. That's more than I have. 2,000 minerals. That's almost what I have. Or 2,000 energy, which I do not have. Let's offer some 2,000 minerals, and I'll just wait to the end of the month. So I don't have to buy anything. There you go. Goodbye. A pity. I suppose our warriors will have to look elsewhere for entertainment then. Your people are safe, for the moment at least. Rude. I'll have to go and beat them up later. There we go, Tarsus, you're done. Let's build the 1 hangar bay and 1 trade hub, and then upgrade you. You're done here. So let's go over here and build the hyper relay. And you're done here, so let's go here and build the hyper relay. I need 24 more, so let's move here.
Ships ready for action. We grow ever stronger.
System is a hyper relay. System is a galley. Okay. Okay, the mining station here is done. You can head back over here. I don't really need those 2 systems right away. Let's have them move over here. We'll consider building an outpost there.
We grow ever stronger.
Bit of tech. Planetary build speed done. Let's get the 4th upgrade to our Durasteel armor. Again, we shouldn't skip on technology for our ships too much, because then we'll end up too behind, and they can come by and beat the crap out of us. Other empires, I mean. That's not good. done, so let's upgrade the last fleet. While we're waiting, and then we'll get this fleet to continue to build up its forces. It's just missing 3 cruisers. And you're waiting for a few more rare crystals. So you need 5 more.
Ships ready for action.
Perfect. All upgraded. We're not super weak, but
Technology secure.
I can't say we're super strong either. Wormhole travel. Not super helpful right now, but useful in the future perhaps. Tempted to get this jump drive, but I think I'll leave it for now. I don't need that. I don't really need the shield capacity. Let's get the Tachyon Sensors. They're helpful. They make your ship shoot a little better, makes you see farther on the map. Why not? They're a passive upgrade for ships. I mean, you have to install them, but it's just good. I haven't seen the technology for the battleships yet, which is a little concerning. That's sort of the kind of ship you want to run the most. You want whole fleets of battleships for the most part. Let's actually get this constructor. You should probably have enough now. Yeah, we'll build the hyper relay there. Perfect.
We grow ever stronger.
Good, you're done here. You can head back to, is it Tarsus? This particular asteroid is an extrasolar capture and appears to have been washed by some kind of exotic radiation as it plummeted through interstellar space before finally settling in the Marus system. The original source of the radiation remains unknown, but our science ship has been able to pick up a wreath of physics data by studying a wealth of physics data by studying the asteroid's energy emissions. So we get physics data, but does that mean that I don't get the 2 crystals here? Well, that was down here. That was the other thing. Alright. I don't think there's anything for you to study. No. Alright, so let's go to Paulina. And I think it's one of these that produces the science. New construction ship. Let's head back over here. We'll head over here, and we'll see the hyperlane come about, and we'll take a look at it so everybody can see. In the meantime, let's pick a new prosperity tradition. Resource output, or city districts have 1 additional clerk job. No, resource output, please. Thank you. Almost done. There we go. Now you can see there's a light blue line here that's thicker than these other blue lines to show you that we have a connection between these 2 systems. So I'll move well, maybe I'll take the ship, and we can see the hyper relay is right here. Isn't that neat looking? I really like the look of this. And you can tell that it's like lower tech than the gateways, right? But still the same kind of tech, which I also kind of like. And it even has a little bit of an aquatic look to it, which suits my race. Anyhow, let's see how it works. We'll send you through. You can go over here. There we go. And then we'll come in. And we'll watch this, see what happens. So there's our ship. Oh my god, the camera's so slow over here. There's our ship, our constructor ship. We'll see it go through. Goes into the relay, and bloop, it's gone. That's fun. Oh yeah, I forgot we were... I mean, I remembered we were a democratic race, but I forgot that our leaders were elected, so I guess our leader wasn't immortal. The character is immortal, so he may get elected again. That's fun that he gets to move around. Where is our mortal friend? Is he just gone? I guess he wasn't a scientist before. Maybe he was a governor. Anyhow, let's pick a new scientist. There we go. We'll grab a constructor ship and have them come over here to build another relay. So with that, that's the end of the episode. Now we've seen the hyper relays, and we'll try and build our network up through our system here. At the very least from the capital to this front, but probably also northward, and maybe down to over here as well. Not over here, sorry, over here. So all the way up north to here, and then maybe around to here as well. To try and get better movement within our empire. We do have the advantage of the Shroud Tunnel, which brings us over to here. Over to here, actually. So we can get over to here pretty quickly from our capital, and then up and down here. We may want to build the network across this way as well, or maybe up from the Shroud Tunnel. Either way, to get to multiple spots in our empire, and then down over here eventually. But that'll do it for today. Hopefully you're enjoying the series, and I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.